The button has been pressed. Hello, haters! In this vlog, I would like to speak about feminism and why I'm a feminist. It's important to say that I'm intersectional feminist, and if you don't know what that means, keep watching my vlog. You might be surprised, and you might even have negative connotations connected to feminism. But feminism to me simply means equality. Unfortunately, being feminist nowadays is still considered to be uncool, even though we have emerging movements like Time's Up, Me Too. But think about it, the word feminism has negative connotations that can be traced back many years ago. Women wanted their rights, but the world is being ruled by white, middle-aged, middle-class men who are quite privileged. And it doesn't seem exactly like a good idea to them to give women their rights. It's like I will end up lonely with 40 cats and no man. And I know that it's not true, but society keeps pushing that crazy idea to us. I disagree with that. I think we have to stand up. I think we have to take some position in this life. And that's exactly what I'm doing. As a young woman, I think I am standing up for equality, and there is no better word invented. We cannot say that we are equalists, because equality still doesn't exist. Let me tell you this. Iceland passed the strictest federal wage gap law, where it ensures that men and women are being paid the same amount of money. So the law works in a way that employers must pay the same to men and women. And this way there is no burden that's being put on employees who have to prove certain kind of discrimination. Way to go, Iceland. I think that's a very cool law. But now let me tell you something personal. Okay, it's a group picture moment. Look at all these beautiful ladies. While we're preparing, we're making this small video. It's the most random one. I participated in this really cool Feminism Leadership Academy, and I don't know how many of those exist in this world, but I was pleasantly surprised because this academy was particularly focused on Eastern European countries. I'm Russian, and in general I struggle even with my friends, even with my family. When I use the word feminist, oh my god, that's the problem. What's wrong with you? It feels like I'm almost saying a curse word, which is nonsense. So whenever I meet a person in my country who calls themselves feminist, I'm quite positively surprised usually. But in this case, I met 15 inspirational young women from countries like Moldova, Armenia, Georgia, Russia and Ukraine, and all of them consider themselves feminists, which I found amazing. We had 1 week in Lviv, Ukraine so far, but we are going to meet 2 more times, once in Tbilisi, Georgia, and 1 more time in Odessa, Ukraine, to come up with any project ideas that we have and hopefully to make a positive change towards women. At first I wanted to make a vlog where I combine all those bright, interesting women talking to me. But then I decided maybe it's even more interesting to divide it into parts. So the first part is where I talk with 2 really interesting girls from Moldova. Does feminism exist in Moldova? I literally had to come to their rooms to catch up with these 2 Moldovan amazing ladies. And yeah, as you can see, we have very interesting rooms in I don't know, communism style. It's one of the oldest hotels in, I was about to say in Moldova, in Ukraine. I know feminism is not such a widespread idea in Moldova, and a lot of people are probably against it.
It's not like, it's not like against it, it's not like, in Moldova we don't talk too much about it. In a lot of, I don't know, maybe countryside from Moldova, it is a big problem because women have only the role of a housewife, to be home, to raise children, not to go, maybe they still go to school, but they don't have such big dreams or desire to achieve something more than a family and a husband and a child, and that's it.
I think it's really important that you understand that maybe it's not about you, it's also about those underprivileged rural communities where people also suffer. And Carolina, I know that you live in London, but how did your perspective change maybe? Were you always a feminist, even back in Moldova?
Yes, I think so, I believe so. My name is Carolina.
I'm gonna come closer.
I'm a young European ambassador for Republic of Moldova, and I totally relate to what Cornelia was saying, and I think it changed me. Actually, at some point I was saying that I had only good examples in my activity and in the past, even starting from local, like from 13 years old, and I had male good examples and female good examples of leadership. So I didn't confront it like proper, directly.
Yeah.
But I would say that in Moldova, feminism can relate to the empowerment of women, and also to cultivate this ability of women to believe in themselves and develop and strive for more education, for more involvement, for more implication at any level, and not only to stay at the role of housewife. It was amazing for me to see that the differences and perspective can change, so moving from country to country.
So perspective changed.
Yes,
when living in London.
So.
Yes.
Would you call the community in England more accepting or less accepting than Moldova?
It's a tricky question. Yeah,
was trained to be a journalist for a reason, hopefully.
Yes, I would say that we still have to work in Moldova, so it's a lot of things to achieve.
Do you meet people who are openly negative ever? Do you have any stories you can think of?
I have. Okay, it's not openly negative, but for example, I have a good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. She is from a very good family, but she confronted this somehow issue with feminism and with achieving her dreams and goals. She was kind of influenced by her father, because he wants only good things for her, don't get me wrong, but he is always telling her that she has to get a husband and to raise children, and in order to get a husband she has to be very quiet, very
confirmative.
Confirmative, to listen to him. Actually, I think she wants to be a businesswoman, but she's somehow very influenced by him, and she kind of started to agree with him.
Or she's being suppressed, but she's being suppressed by a relative, which is always harder situation. Yes. I mean, I know that I'm sure this girl's father is wishing her only the best things in life, but he doesn't understand how unconsciously, or maybe even consciously, he manipulates his daughter.
She got some boyfriends. My father always told her that they are not good because they don't have money. They wouldn't have a possibility to give you a very comfortable and rich life and something like this. But I don't agree, because I think male should be financial independent, because men always can live. And when she's independent, she can do whatever she wants.
So guys, who's watching it, I wonder about your opinion, but I mean, I'm completely in line with these girls. I think that men should be part of this conversation. You're more than welcome to be feminists. Yeah. I have guy friends who are feminists, who are really cool, who just stand for all those values, and one doesn't exclude another. And actually, if you have mothers, sisters, and I usually hate to make this example, because I also sometimes say, all you have to be is an empathetic human being. You don't have to think about it, you have a brother, you have mother. It's not about that. Sometimes it's just, allowing people to have a choice to be who they are. And in this case, your friend wants to be a businesswoman. That's her choice, which she cannot fulfill because her father wants his ambitions to be fulfilled. Yes. Maybe, once again, keeping in mind all the best intentions, but that sometimes happens. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. This was my Moldovan amazing participants.
That love you so much.
These girls are really awesome, and it's such a female power, really warm and welcoming, and not as scary feminist like we are being portrayed.
Because we can.
At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I'm intersectional feminism, and I didn't forget about this term. I discovered this term about 2 years ago, and I realized that I can really resonate with it. The reason why I'm intersectional feminism is because I really don't believe that feminism just comes in one form and shape. To me, someone who just says, I'm a feminist, but I don't support LGBTQ community, or who doesn't support people of different race, different nationality, or disabled people, this person is a bit of a hypocrite. Intersectional feminism was discovered in 1988 by American professor Kimberly Crenshaw. When you are a feminist and you strive for women's rights, which is great, you also have to consider that there are people of different race, of different class, of different age, and there is no need to exclude them. The idea is that you're open to people who are different to you, no matter who they are and where they come from. And you're open to their ideas, values, and views. This is why I'm an intersectional feminist. I truly believe in all of what I just said. I support girls in their ideas. And stay tuned to see my future vlogs. There are still vlogs with girls from Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine, and Russia. And yes, I promise to make them as soon as I can. Yo, copycat!